Hi, let's just go over the assignment for the 7th module or module 7 of the beginning theory assignment. As always, make sure you're using a pencil, eraser, and a ruler, and remember that neatness counts. Our first question, number 19 on page 57. It says, time signatures and grouping of rests. Add proper rests under each bracket. Remember to complete each beat one at a time. It's really important that you see each beat, so make sure that you complete each part of the beat as you're going along. What that means is in 4/4 time, you're not going to have any rest larger than a quarter rest. In 3/8 time, you're not going to have any rest larger than an eighth rest. In 2/4 time, your largest rest will be a quarter note. In 3/2 time, your largest rest will be a half rest. And in 3/4 time, your largest rest will be a quarter rest. Remember, though, that if it's a complete measure of rests, then it's a whole rest. It doesn't matter if your time signature is 3/8, 3/2, 3/4, anything like that. If it's a whole measure rest, you'll use a whole rest. That question continues on to page 58. Number 20, add bar lines to each of the following examples. Underneath each, write in the counting for the main beats in the proper places. Make sure that when you're writing in the beats that they're under the correct notes. Okay? The next question is number 22. Circle the individual beats in each of the following time signatures. The first one is done for you. Do you notice in the first line how the dot really is part of the second beat? So the dot and the eighth note make the second beat. Be careful of that. Also, look at the half note. Do you see how the half note has two circles? That's because the half note gets two beats. And again, at the end, your whole note is going to have 4 circles because it gets 4 beats. In number 23, I've done the first measure of each of these for you. So you can see how in 23A, we have an eighth note and an eighth rest is giving you 1 beat. Then remember, you're only going to use rests that are 1 beat. So then we have 2 quarter rests and then an eighth rest. Keep in mind that you're going to be using quarter rests primarily, so you're not going to have any half rests in this line. Remember, a whole measure rest is for a whole measure of music. B, you see I wrote a note instead of the rest. It should be a rest there. Sorry, there's an eighth note given, so you're going to write an eighth rest, and that's going to give you your first beat, and then your second beat is the quarter note. In C, 3/8 time, we're given an eighth note, so remember that you're never going to use a rest that's more than 1 beat, so you're going to have to use 2 eighth rests there. And then we have D, where we'd have a quarter rest first. So those should get you started to help you answer the rest of them. Exercise 24. Triplet eighth notes. Circle the individual beats in the following bars. Remember, a triplet means that you're playing 3 notes in the time of 2. Number 25. Add 1 or more eighth note triplets under each bracket to complete the bar. I don't think you'll have any trouble with that. Number 26. Add proper rests under each bracket. Again, make sure that you're looking at your triplets, and remember that a triplet means you're playing 3 notes in the time of 2. And remember, for your rests, you're not going to use anything larger than a 1 beat rest. Number 27. Here you're going to add bar lines to each of the following according to the time signature. You have tied notes here. Often the tied note is going to be over a bar line, so that's going to help you find your beats. Number 28. Add bar lines to each of the following according to the given time signatures. Again, be careful. Remember, a triplet means that you're playing 3 notes in the time of 2. Number 29, add the correct time signature to each of the following. Again, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think you'll have any trouble with that. As I said before, use pencil, eraser, and ruler. Neatness counts, and as soon as you have it done, please send it to me so I can get it checked and we can move on to the next module. If you have any questions, just ask me at Theory Club or anytime. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Have a super week. Bye.